and welcome to your Thursday morning yoga class in January in 2026. So glad to see you're here. You probably will want blocks at the top and bottom of your mat if you have them. Otherwise, go ahead and get yourself situated. And we're going to take that time, as we do every single class, to arrive. And I bet some of you skip this, but I really hope that you'll challenge yourself to do it. It's easy to want to skip this beginning, this slowing down, this little bit of mindfulness, and again, same at the end. But see if you can challenge yourself to do the whole practice, because it all is yoga. Yoga is so much more than the poses. It's also the breathing and these acts of stillness and mindfulness. So there's your little pep talk. As usual, reach the crown of your head to the sky with that long, tall, seated position. Sits bones rooted. Sense the length at the back of your neck. Let your shoulders drip. Maybe shift just that half an inch to inch back into the seat. And then maybe let out a deep sigh. And notice the breath. Challenge yourself to inhale for 4 and match the exhale with 4. That count is a very common soothing breath count, 4 and 4. Simple breath, simple way to bring ourselves into that parasympathetic nervous system, that healing nervous system. People talk about polyvagal theory, all kinds of stuff, but it all comes back to this. Slowing down so our bodies can heal. The brilliance of the body is that all our healing mechanisms are already here in the body, set up to heal. We just have to let them do it. And if we're constantly in adrenaline and running around, all our cells are then bathed in that adrenaline, that go, 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 go. And they don't get the sense, the time to slow down. So that's why we do this at the beginning and the end of practice. The downshift. Let's take a few more breaths like this before we start our practice. Maybe at this point, bringing in an intention to your mind that you want from this hour that we have together. What brings you to your mat today? What do you want to get out of this practice? And with that intention set, let's go ahead and come together again with breath on the inhale and the exhale. And the inhale and exhale. One more before we open our eyes. Inhale and exhale. And with that next breath, we open our eyes and reach our arms to the sky as we reach up. This time bring your hands together and bring them down through the middle. On the exhale, circle them around. Inhale up, eyes gaze up, hands touch, and bring it down through the center again. One more time like that. Inhale up, exhale down through the center, sealing that intention. Hands touch the earth, and we're gonna roll over those knees. And go ahead and get yourself situated in all fours as we begin our practice with movement. Let's wag the tail right and left. And then tailbone up and down, cat and cows, having in the shoulders. These familiar motions. Staying, if you can, with that 4-count breath. The inhale for 4 and the exhale for 4 as you round. And come back to center in a little free-form spinal undulation, engaging neck, hips, belly, upper spine, mid-spine, and lower spine. Well done. And I think today we're going to get moving up faster. So let's begin. Let's begin with some sun salutations. Let's go ahead. Tuck your toes. We'll start by lifting the knees an inch and holding. Finding that 4-count breath again. Again, maybe you can even do that Ujjayi breath. I'm trying to breathe really loud so you can hear me. Now reach the tailbone up, belly to the thighs, drop the head. Turbo dog. So that's what I heard someone call it. We've been doing it forever. Again, then reach those heels back, coming into your first downward dog. The inhale and the exhale. Next move, we inhale and shift the weight forward, coming into plank and back. And plank and back to downward dog. Again, 4-count, alternating the movements. Doesn't matter if you're with me or not. You don't need to look at the screen. One more. And then meet me in downward dog. And then walk the feet up to forward fold. Bend the knees again. This time, let's bring the big toes together and wrap the arms around the back of the legs. Shake out the head. And we're going to bend the knees and then reach the tailbone up and reach the forehead toward the shins. That doesn't mean they're going to touch. Just find that waking up the back of the legs. Bend and stretch. You can grab the elbows or the back of the calves, whatever feels right. One more, this time stay with tailbone up, release your hands. And we're gonna inhale halfway, slide the hands up and back to forward fold. Slide the hands up and back to forward fold. 4 counts, one more like that. And forward fold. And then this time all the way up, reverse swan dive, inhale up. 4 counts, and again, like we did seated, hands touch, prayer through the center, mountain pose. Let's do 2 more like that, arms up, hands come down, counts of 4, 1 more. Except this time we bring the prayer through the center and come back to forward fold. Inhale halfway, just 1. Exhale, hands to the earth, walk, step, or jump back to that plank pose. This time we're going to lower down, chaturanga. Let's do it slow. 4, 3, 2, 1. Belly to the earth. And then let's bring those elbows under shoulders. Sphinx pose. Lift through the crown of the head, the nose, the chest. Lift, lift, lift. Beautiful. And then lower back down. Slide the hands back toward the ribs. We're going to inhale cobra. Use the muscles of the back and roll it back down. 3 of those. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, and roll it down. 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. And down. Now tuck the toes. Come back up to the plank. We're going to set our knees down and go to child to release that lower back. Just a little brief child here. That can feel like a lot at the beginning of practice. And then back, tuck the toes, and meet me in the downward dog. Big exhales. This is a great place to put that lion's breath. Let everything go. Tongue out. Inhale, look up. Exhale, walk, step, or jump. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan. All the way up, fingertip touch. Down through the center. Inhale, hands up and around. Hands touch. This time, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands down. Walk, step, or jump back to plank. Lower down. Chaturanga to cobra, our up dog this time, and roll over your toes back to down dog. Inhale, look up. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Staying with that 4 count. 4, all the way up, fingertips touch. Back down through the center. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale. Hands touch. Back to plank. See if you can do chaturanga slow. 4, 3, 2, 1. And up dog. 4, 3, 2, 1. And down dog. 4. I think you get the idea. One more time through your sun salutation. You do your own counting. You know how it goes. Or you can stay with me if you want. Top of the mat. Halfway. Forward fold. Do your own counting. Do your own flow. And meet me in downward dog. Well done. Let's move on to some, in addition to our sun salutation. Go ahead and look up, walk, step, or jump. Inhale halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Lower the hips. Reach the hands back. Lift the chest forward so you have a flat back. And come up into chair. Now, to begin with, we'll hold these all a little longer. 4, 3, 2, 1. Then we're going to go up to standing. A little bit of a back bend with cactus arms. 4, 3, 2, 1. Then drop the hands behind the back. Interlace the fingers and forward fold, hands over the head. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now this is kind of fun. We release the hands and lower the hips and come back to that chair pose. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then back to forward fold. 4, 3, 2, 1. So that's our new standing part. Inhale halfway. Exhale, hands to the mat. Walk or step back, lower down. Chaturanga. Slowly, I'm talking to myself. And back to downward dog. Now we're going to lift that right foot to the sky. 4, 3, 2, 1. Knee to the chest. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower that shin all the way down and reach left hand up. Modified side plank. You can lift that foot if you want for 4, 3, 2, 1. Spin that hand over the head and then down to the mat. Place the left toe back on the mat and kick the right foot back up to three-legged dog. Right foot top of the mat, coming up into high lunge. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands to the heart. 4, 3, 2, 1. A little launch as we go into warrior 3. Hands at prayer. The left foot reaches back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands reach back and left knee comes behind right knee for a baby curtsy. Toes can touch down or not. Back hands back to heart. Warrior 3. And then stand up. Bring that knee 3 through. Optimally without touching. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then back to warrior 3. We're really playing with our balance here. 4, 3, 2, 1, and step back to high lunge. Well done. Hands up and hands down. Step back, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Nice and slow. Back to down dog. Now the left foot to the sky for 4, 3, 2, 1. Knee to the chest. 4, 3, 2. Pull it in, pull it in, pull it in. And drop it down. Side plank. 4, 3, 2, 1. It's a modified side plank. Bring the hand over the head and then drop the hand down again. Reach out through that right heel. Foot comes down. Left knee comes back to chest. Kick it back to three-legged dog. And back to the top of the mat. High lunge. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands to heart. Stepping back so I don't come off the screen. From high lunge to warrior 3. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands reach back, knee comes behind left for a baby curtsy. Back to the warrior 3. Up to standing with the knee up. Back to warrior three. Step back. Back to high lunge. And hands down. Step back, lower down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Up dog. 4, 3, 2, 1. And down dog. 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Now we're going to do that again because it was so much fun. And now you know where we're going. Inhale, look up. Exhale, walk, step, or jump. Halfway. In that slow motion, forward fold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the hips. Come up to chair. 4, 3, 2, 1. Up to standing cactus, arms back, bend. 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the hands behind the back. Interlace the fingers, forward fold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the hands, lower the hips, back to chair. 4, 3. Moving meditation, forward fold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Halfway. Hands to the mat. Step back. Lower down. Inhale, up dog. And down dog. Right foot to the sky. Right knee to the chest. Right shin to the earth. Side plank. Reach it up. Hand over the head. Hand back down. Left toes down, back to three-legged dog. Like a dance. Right foot to the top of the mat. Up to high lunge. Hands to the heart. Warrior three. Little curtsy. Warrior three. Knee through to standing, but without touching. Back to warrior three. Back to high lunge. And back, hands down. Step back. That same flow. Left foot to the sky. Left knee to the chest. Hopefully in your head you feel that 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll slowly lower the shin. Right hand up. Side, modified side plank. Hand over the head. Hand comes down. Reach out to that right heel and set it down. Lift that left shin. Back to three-legged dog. Left foot to the top of the mat. High lunge. Hands to heart. Warrior three. Release the hands, curtsy. Back to warrior three. Standing knee up. Back to warrior three. Set it down. High lunge. And hands down. Step back. Over down. Up dog. And on dog. Because I'm just in love with that little flow and that moving meditation, we're going to do it one more time. Inhale, look up. Exhale, walk, step, or jump. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Lower the hips. Meet me in chair. Up to standing, back bend, cactus arms. Drop the hands, interlace the fingers, open the chest, forward fold. Hinging at the hips. Drop the hands, back to chair. Back to forward fold. Inhale halfway. Hands to the earth, walk, step, or jump back. Slowly lower. Up dog. Down dog. Right foot up. Right knee to the chest. Lower the chin. Left hand up. Modified side plank. Arm reaches over the head in circles to come back down. Left toes down, right shin back up. All the way to warrior three-legged dog. Right foot to the top of the mat, high lunge. Hands to heart. Lift off for warrior three. Release the hands, a little curtsy. Back to warrior three. Knee comes up, standing. Kick it back through for warrior three. Foot back, up to high lunge. Hands down. Step back, lower down. Inhale, up dog. And down dog. I keep counting that 4, 3, 2, 1 in my head. I hope you are too. Left foot up, 4. Knee to chest. Pull it in and lower it down. Right foot up. Right hand circles and up. Big spread, open the chest. Hand over the head. Hand comes back down. Heel reaches back. Lower the right toes and pull the left shin up. Back to three-legged dog. Left foot top of the mat. High lunge. Hands to heart. Warrior three. Little bitty curtsy. Back to warrior three. Back to standing. Knee up. Warrior three. And step back. High lunge. Hands up. Hands down. Step back. Place the knees down. And reach the sits bones back to the heels for child's pose. Well done. With your forehead here on the mat, coming back to your intention. And breathe it in. And let it go. From here, let's reach both hands over the head and then slide right hand under left, pressing the back of the right hand into the mat, opening the shoulders. You're going to reach this left hand up and bring it around to bind it. You just leave that hand up or leave it over the head. Just decide what feels right for you today. Long 4-count breath. And then left hand over the head again if it's not there. We're going to switch sides. Left hand tucks under. Palm faces up. Again, you can find different variations of this pose. Shoulders are stacked. Meet me back with child pose with both hands stretched over the head. Thumbs touch, come up on all 10 fingers. Big stretch. Hands slide back all the way to the heel bones. Let's interlace our hands behind our back and lift up our hands. And as we do that, place the top of your head on the mat and then lift the hips. Just gently, be gentle with your neck. Rabbit pose, and then sit back and come all the way up to kneeling. Couple breaths here to let the blood get back to where it all belongs. Come on up on your knees. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands to your back. Variations of camel, lifting hips reach forward, heart reaches up. Eyes gaze up and elbows reach toward each other. If your practice is more advanced, you can tuck your toes and reach your heels, or not tuck your toes and reach your heels for camel. And come back up. And meet me back in child. From here, meet me in all fours. Tuck your toes to down dog. Reach your right foot to the sky, and then let's bring that right foot to the top of the mat between the hands again. We're going to find our twist. Now, I saw someone do this, and I haven't tried it. And bring your left hand to the outside of that right foot. So you can, here's some variations. Prayer hands. Or somebody pound it. Nope. I don't think. My hands don't quite make it. You can experiment if you can bind in this twist. Or not. Then twist, untwist. Let's bring both hands now to the inside of this right foot. And lower to your forearms if that's in your practice. Nice big stretch here. Let's reach right hand up, left hand up in the forearm. Lower the left knee, and you can either stay on the forearm or come to the hand and reach the right hand back to grab the left foot. So if you want more, you can be here on your forearm, or up here. Big twist. Release the foot. Now, let's shift your hips back, reframe your foot, lift your right toes. So this is, and then drop your chin toward your shin. Now for some of you, if you want to go further, you can go ahead and come into your variation of splits. You can use your blocks or your hands to support yourself. Or, I can't see you, maybe you're in full splits. hands. If you're in the split, slide that heel back. Then shift the weight forward again. Back to that lunging position. And then step back. And just come to downward dog. Let's bring left foot to the sky, left foot to the top of the mat. Find our twist with left hand up, and then we can play with those variations again. Bringing to prayer hands. This right hand to the earth and left hand up. Or you can see if you can bind like I saw somebody do. Not only did they bind, but after they bound, then they stood up for a twisting peacock. It was quite impressive. Once again, demonstrating there's always more. So many variations on the spectrum of any pose. Okay, go ahead and come on back. Bring both hands on the inside. Coming into lizard. Come to your forearms. Big stretch. You can always put your knee down. Actually, I'm now going to ask you to put your knee down. Bring that right foot to the sky and bring the left hand back to grab it. And stay on the forearm or the hand here. So twisting, stretching. Make it feel delicious. If you feel an ow, then change it. Look over that left shoulder. Then release it. Move the foot back between the hands and shift the hips back and reach the left toe up. Chin toward the shin. And then I gave you the option to slide that heel forward if you want to go into your variation of splits or Hanumasana. Taking the time to really get that stretch. Either variation, you're getting the stretch at the back of the left leg, those hamstrings. One more breath here. If you're in splits, bring it back. And then shift forward, tuck the toes. And then placing the right foot down, we're going to walk, straighten both legs and walk to wide angle forward fold. So you're walking your hands over to the right. It doesn't really matter. Just come into a wide angle forward fold. Come up halfway. And then forward fold. This first one, let's walk our hands back, back, back. Fingertips keep pointing forward. Forearms are parallel. Crown of the head reaches for the earth. We're going to take the time to do a few variations here. And then come on back up. First, walk your hands out to halfway. Then let's click your heels, lower your hips, and come up to goddess, prayer hands. Holding here. If you want more, you can lift one heel, the other heel, ooh, or both. And then straighten the legs. Reach the hands up to that X. Spread the arms wide. Bring the right under the left for eagle arms. Then let's click the heels out again because we're going to go into eagle arms forward fold. Crown of the head reaches down, opening the shoulders, opening the hips. Come on back up. Lift the fingertips. Reach the hands back out. This time left under right. Eagle arms opposite side. Fingertips up. Tuck the tail. Forward hinge at the hips. Forward fold with eagle arms opposite side. Left is under right elbow. Come on back up. Release the hands again. Prayer through the center. Let's do halfway, hands under face. And then lower to forearms. And this is your chance if you have headstand in your practice. This is your chance to put it in. So interlace the fingers, place the head. Come up on your toes, and then through wide angle, come up to headstand if it's in your practice. Slowly come on back down, so that you meet us back in the wide angle forward fold. Come back up halfway. Let's try this. Click your heels twice and then lower your hips. So you're in a yogic squat. Bring your hands back to prayer. Reach the right hand down and left hand up. You can stay here or you can bind, meaning you drop the left hand and wrap it around this right knee. And then again, I saw someone do this and I haven't tried it. Walk the left foot in, and then using your energy, see if you can root to rise and stay in the bind. Woo! That's the first time I've done that too. And then come back down. Hopefully you did that with more control than me. Hopefully you're having fun playing. Now, of course, we're going to do the other side. So left hand down, right hand up. Again, you can bind around this left knee. And then we're going to shift the weight into the right foot and lift off. What? Did not happen on that side. Whew. Oh. Well, hopefully you were entertained trying. Let's see. Kind of running out of time. I wanted to do eagle pose. But you know what? We did eagle arms. We didn't do the legs. That's okay. Let's go ahead and sit back. From here, grab your big toes. Shift your weight. Lift the crown of your head. And then kick your heels out. Balancing wide angle. Lift your heart. I want that long, tall spine. And then your eyes can gaze up. And then set the heels down, bring your feet together, give yourself a hug. You've done a lot of challenging balancing today. Hopefully you're still having fun. Slide that left leg out. Keep this right knee bent. I'm gonna do another twist. Right hand behind. Left elbow can come to the outside of this right knee, or just hug it. Again, so many variations. Once again, this is one where you can bind this. Totally optional. Find your level. Challenge where you are. You saw me challenging myself. It's okay to not be perfect. It's good practice to go, oh, not today. Might take years to get poses, honestly. If you're bound, unbind, turn back around, hug that knee, thank it. Switch sides, extend the right leg, bend the left. Truly years. Took me years to get my handstand back. I'm still working on splits. All kinds of things. That's what makes it fun. It doesn't just happen in 1 or 2 classes. Find your twist, your bind on this side. And then unbind and untwist. Slide that left leg out, shake them out. Let's come into a simple forward fold. Sliding the hands down the legs. Maybe they grab the ankles, shins, outsides of the feet, or maybe you can clasp your hands around the feet. Some people even, they're so flexible they have to put a block there and grab the block to get even more. So like I told you, always more. No judgment. Celebrating where you are today, this very, very, very good day. Once you've settled into your forward fold, find some stillness. Come back to that 4 breath. Staying a little longer than you expect with that 4 breath. Every exhale, just sense of folding forward a little bit more. And then slowly coming up. Oh, crown of the head lifts. Bring those shoulders up and drop them back again. Really drip them back. Lift the toes, press the hands into the mat. Such a good grounding pose right here. Kind of a recentering. I'm going to turn on my mat because we're getting ready to go to our backs. Let's go ahead and see here if you can slowly, see how slow you can lower yourself. And hopefully you're not going to find that place where I often do, where I'm like slowly, it's all beautiful, and then I go clunk. I'm going to try not to clunk. No clunk, no clunk. And then meet me. Fully on your back. In a Shavasana-like pose. Excellent. Now you can feel the end of the practice coming. But I want you to bring your knees up to your chest. Your hands are on the mat next to your hips. And we're going to do, I don't know, we don't usually do this. So here with your knees bent, first just rock and roll and enjoy, just like, feel the first. Now I'm going to invite you that maybe you want to do this. We're going to point our toes out and hover, and then bend, and then point them to the sky and lift. So like right over your head, you should feel your core engage both ways. So core engages here to the hover, pull the knees up, and then like so. So you're having to use like lower abs and then upper abs. You can play with that. And you can do 1, you can do a few, you can do 10, it doesn't matter. And when you think, that's enough, then just meet me back here with knees bent, rocking and rolling. And then place your heels down. We're gonna, now those abs that we just constricted, we're gonna yawn them to the sky with a bridge pose. So we slowly come up, tucking the tail and lifting 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy to stay here, belly to the sky, or if you wanna go into full wheel, back bend, bring your fingertips by your shoulders, elbows up. Keep pushing in with your hands, arc your feet, and pushing your hands and come up in the wheel. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. Back to bridge. Whew. And then slowly come on down. Nice. Let's drop the knees to the right and left with a little windshield wiper action. Whew. We did a lot. We got some back bending, twisting, strengthening, balancing, flowing. It felt good. Now we're going to celebrate slowing down. So, with that being said, let's place the left foot down and the right heel, right ankle on left knee. Figure 4, okay? Then lift your head, reach your hands through, grab the back of your leg or your shin, squeeze it all in, like you're squeezing a lemon, and set your head down and keep holding, so we're really opening that right hip. Some deep sighs. At this point, your eyes can close if you want. Release your hands, but leave your feet how they are. And then you can drop your legs to the left and place your right foot on the floor. Your left hand can grab that right ankle, maybe, and the right hand stretches out. Palm up, look over there, and then close your eyes. But if this is too much, this figure 4 twist, then stack the knees, change it. Maybe some deep sighs at this point as we finishing up. Go ahead and bring it back up. Place the right foot down, the left ankle on right knee now. Lift your head, reach the hand through the triangle, grab the back of the thigh or the shin, squeeze it all in. Then head lays down, but we keep holding on, opening that hip. Big hip opener. Put that right foot on the floor and then drop the legs in the same shape to the right. So this left foot is planted on the floor and this right hand can grab that ankle. The left hand can stretch out. And if that's too much, like I said, stack the knees for your twist. Couple more breaths here. Then bring it back center. Bring both knees to the chest again. Grab the shins and really squeeze it in. Lift your head. Wrap your arms around your shins, or maybe even grabbing the edges of the feet. Squeeze in tight. Big love. And then we're stretching out to Shavasana. You made it. Let the feet relax and open, palms up. Limbs can come off the mat, the whole back of the body. Whew. Big sigh as it sinks in to the mat, to the floor. This time is for you. You have earned this rest. As I challenged you at the beginning, don't skip it. The whole practice has led up to this rest, this pause. I'm going to mind the time as you rest in to Shavasana. From this place of deep relaxation, bring one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. Coming back to the breath. back to your intention. And then reaching those hands over the head, maybe that pencil shape, that big yawn, that stretch, a little wiggle, and then roll to your right side, head on your upper arms, bring your knees toward your chest in a semi-fetal position as we pause here in gratitude for this practice, gratitude for our time together, and anything else that you want to be intentional with your thankfulness for today. From here, go ahead and push yourself back to that seated position. We'll bring our hands to our heart again. We're going to take those 3 breaths in community, in closure. This time I invite you to make a little sound on the exhale. We inhale through the nose and exhale. 2 more times as we get ready to re-enter our world. We inhale. One more time. May you have a great weekend, week, day, wherever you are, whenever you're doing this. I appreciate you showing up for your practice, for bringing this peacefulness, this loving kindness into the world. May you be well and happy and safe. Namaste.